Two, one. Vinyl Conversations. Hey, group, what's going on? You tuned into another session. Welcome to where we at? December 6th? December 6th.
December 6th, y'all.
Man.
Been rocking this for some months now.
Yeah, since March. Since March.
We done had a whole baby, 9 months.
Dang, it is, huh? Yeah. Wow.
We had a baby.
Yeah, we did. We birthed something.
The name is Intro. We had a baby. His name is Intro. Good looking.
So, you know what we do here. This is the Vinyl Conversations group, and what we do is go over lyrics to specific songs. That's what we do in this group. We are your hosts. That's Tamarisha over there. I'm Latifa. Oh, the peace sign today. She had his peace sign.
Did y'all miss me? Because I was gone last Sunday. I couldn't be on here. I know y'all missed me. You should, you know what I mean? Cash at me. You won't miss me no more. I make sure I'm here all the time. Kidding. Anyway, let's get this disclaimer out the way. People are waiting to see what's going on. So let's
right. So Facebook, we do not own the rights to any of this music. It's for entertainment, educational purposes only. Please do not mute us.
We do not own the rights to this music. It is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Mark Zuckerberg. We like you today. Only on Sundays.
Oh, only on Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, so look, everybody's anxious. They're anxious. They've been waiting for this one. We're finally getting to it. So let's just get it. Look, we have the legendary group Intro. We have Buddy from Intro. You guys, please welcome Buddy to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Just staying safe, and this is it.
That part.
How y'all doing on this lovely Sunday?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're excited. I'm excited as everybody that's watching. Like, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in here by myself, man. I had some people from the crew that want to come by, and it's just not safe right now. So we're just gonna do it like that, keep it safe, and hopefully by the spring or summer we'll be able to get back out and touch the people, touch the stage, and have some fun.
Yes, indeed. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna play a little bit of the song that we're gonna talk about today, and then we'll get into the lyrics.
Okay.
So we're only gonna play a little bit, just so Facebook don't do that whole muting us stuff. Right. So here we go.
Come on, Mark, show us some love.
I know I haven't been feeling sorry. It's not that I want to know. I want to be into you. You're all that I want. You're all that I need. So please, don't leave.
All right. That's right there.
Listen, if y'all don't know, then I don't even know why you in this group. But if we need to educate you, that is "Don't Leave Me" by Intro. It's my favorite song on the album. Period. Like, I know a lot of people like "Come Inside," and that's great. It's awesome. "Ribbon in the Sky," awesome. Like, there's so many awesome ones. You know what I mean? But "Don't Leave Me" though. Yeah, you feel that right here.
Thank you. I always felt like that song was overlooked on the album as far as not being released as a single. But there were other groups that caught on to it. They heard the song that's like, what? They're not going to release that as a single? We're going to do our own songs called Don't Leave Me. Don't leave me down. You know, everybody came behind us, being that we didn't release it as a single. And there were a couple Don't Leave Me's that came out. But I got some good news for you. February, Black History Month, we're releasing a new album on Warner Music Group. Warner Music Group is releasing an intro album, and it's going to have those songs that we feel were overlooked on the album as far as like upcoming remixes. And Don't Leave Me is one of the songs that's going to be on that album.
That's awesome. Listen,
What?
I don't
Wow.
know any of my friends that overlooked any song on that album. Like
At
that's
all.
the ones where this phone right here got the whole album. Every phone I've ever had, when you had little whatever them little things was, like intro was necessary. Like I can't move right without having that in my playlist. I don't care what it was on. You know what I mean? I still have the CD in them big giant fat CD case. Like we're not doing that. Like intro is mandatory. Like that's.
Thank you for the kind words. Thank you.
It's mandatory.
Big time.
Anyway,
Like
let me get off of this. I'm getting emotional. Like that's some real like y'all did the damn thing with that one. Like the orange, it's the orange. Like if you see it, you already know what it is. It's like, oh, that's
my
intro.
room right here.
Is it?
Like the room.
Everything around me.
It is the same color as I see you.
Yeah.
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 So I'm gonna just go into the lyrics of the first verse. I'm not gonna read the words because you already heard that. Where he says, "I know I haven't been there for you lately. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm running out on you. I want to be into you. You're all that I want. You're all that I need. Please don't leave me." And then it goes into say, "We were in love, and now you tell me that you want to turn and walk away. All of my sunshine and happiness turned to rainy days. How could you be in love so strong and throw it all away? You promised to leave me. You promised to love me, never to leave me forever and a day. Sometimes I feel that I'm lost without you, lost without your love. Sometimes I feel that I'm going under and there's no one above you." Like,
Look.
Give you a little accompaniment.
you know how hard it was for me not to sing that? Like, that was hard. But the lyrics themselves, when you guys were going through this and writing this, was this something that someone was going through, or you guys just?
Absolutely. I was actually at Eddie F's house sitting in the kitchen with my younger brother Clayton. And I'll tell a story. I was engaged, right? I was young guy. Right before intro, I was engaged. And the group had started. We had me and Kenny. We was doing the group, but we were doing house music. And the war broke out, and I went to the Gulf War. And while I was in the Gulf War, I got a letter from my fiance like every day, every single day. I knew when the mail call came, I was gonna have a letter. Of course, I'm not gonna say names or nothing like that. But when I came back from the war, when I got to the airport, my sister was there and she wasn't there. And that just set off like a chain of events. Make a long story short, she was seeing somebody else. And lucky for me, I had the music to fall back on, because coming back from the war and thinking you got support there, and then you find out that it's not there. So I was sitting at the table with my brother Clayton, and I was just having this conversation with him like, yo, man, you got to be careful with this and that, this and that. And then I just heard a track playing, like Novell Hodge had sent the track, and the track was playing. And then just started writing. Like, it's just a story. It didn't even take talent. It was just a story, what was on my heart. Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, wow. Them the best songs.
Listen, this right here, when you have somebody like, the majority of the world has told somebody, "Don't leave me." You feel me? Like,
I feel you.
At some point, no matter whatever y'all going through, when that relationship starts to go that way, and somebody says, "Well, I'm gonna just leave," or "We ain't gotta do this no more," and somebody always says, "Don't leave."
Yeah, and that's the tough part, trying to hold on when you know that there's really no reason to hold on, and trying
Nothing
to
at
convince
all.
the person, and Like this guy, he was going all out. Like I really believe that she wanted to be with me, but prior to me coming back from the war, he told her, because she told him, she's like, I'm going back to Buddy, and he told her, if you go back to Buddy, I'm gonna kill myself. So
Not to
2 days
kill
into
yourself,
I'm telling you, I couldn't compete with him. I couldn't compete with him. So this is a true story. So 2 days before I was to come home, he took his car and crashed it into a tree, like a little minor accident, but he made it look like, I told you if you go back to him, I was going to kill myself. So he tried to make it seem like he was trying to kill himself. So that right there just took her over the top. Like, oh my God, this guy would kill himself for me? I'm not competing.
Bruh.
I can't top that.
Wow.
Yo.
So after that happened.
Wait.
Damn.
But wait, how did that work out for her?
How did it work out for her? As far as did they have a future?
Yeah.
It didn't. I don't think it worked out.
Clearly.
The crazy thing is we're still like good friends now. You know
That's good. That's good. I mean,
it wasn't gonna work out in those circumstances.
Listen, you got to hit.
Just the energy was bad. How it all, you know.
You got a hit for her. Shout out to her for running that so that we can get Don't Leave Me. I'm sorry. Like, I know you was heartbroken and everything, but like that suicide thing, like,
yeah, he was
I know that.
Go back to him, I'm gonna kill myself.
Like, the amount of times that I'm just saying, me as a woman, I don't know if women tell men that, but I do know that men pull that card expeditiously after you say, okay, I'm done. They like, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. Shit, I hung up on a motherfucker one time. Like, okay, well, I'll talk to you later. Like, what?
Had he done it, I would have probably been married. You know.
Look.
Not to that order, but you know.
Well, look, married or hit?
You know?
Married or hit? Which one would you have rather had? So since you brought it up,
everything happens for a reason. I have no regrets. I wouldn't go back and change a single thing.
Thank you, because guess what? I love this album, and I love her for falling for a buddy's.
Give it the inspiration. Look.
I'm sorry, I needed a minute to laugh at that because you said he actually got into a minor car. Like, this dude was
purpose. Like, I was coming home. On purpose. Like, I was coming home on Friday. On Wednesday night, she told him that I'm coming home and that she's coming back to me. Said, if you go back to him, I'm going to kill myself. Then she told him, this is the story, that I'm going back to him. And he crashed his car that night. And,
man,
you know, it was still days after I came home that I had no idea what was going on. It was like maybe 2-3 days later I actually found out what was, you know, these stories right here. And I was like, it is what it is.
So where are y'all? Where are you from?
I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. I live in New York now. I live in Long Island. Yeah. Oh, okay. So
you like the cold? Not really. But, okay.
It doesn't bother me. My favorite state is North Carolina, though. That's where my dad's family is. My dad's from North Carolina. My mother was from South Carolina. It's something about North Carolina that I absolutely love. Yeah.
That's where Charlotte is, right?
Where you girls, ladies, located?
Cali.
I'm in Phoenix.
Phoenix? Okay.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm in Phoenix.
Well, I'm from San Diego though, but I'm in Phoenix.
Okay. I haven't been to Phoenix for a while. Last time we were in Phoenix, we went to the Wrigley Mansion. The people who make Wrigley's gum. Yeah.
Wow.
We
you told me some shit about this city I didn't even know. I'm like, where?
The Wrigley's. We went to the Wrigley's Mansion. They had Boyz II Men singing in their freaking living room. And the crazy thing is, like, we had weird friends. That night we were hanging out with the Doneses, the people who make Dones backache pills. We was hanging out with the husband and wife, eating pizza, and they was like, let's go to the Wrigley Mansion. So we was like, let's go to the Wrigley Mansion, and they introduced us to the Wrigley's, and it was just a fun time for us back then.
Wait, hold on. Uh-huh. So did you know it was Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, or we're just like, oh, we just going to the Wrigley's, like whoever they are?
Yeah, she told us. Miss Stone said we're gonna go to Wrigley's house. Yeah.
So the people who own Domes, like that's their
Those back
real
in
last
girls,
name.
they
So they
sold.
were
They
just like,
sold. They may still be alive. You know, this was in the '90s, but they were the most down to earth couple that you want to meet. You know, yeah. At that
and
time,
y'all
they're
just
about
was
in their
parlaying with her,
'60s. They're
like
about in
I'm
their
parlaying
'60s,
with her.
Caucasian, down to earth, fun. Yeah, we met them at a football party. Yep. And just
Look,
Wow.
they like intro.
took a liking. Hey, let's go. Yep.
I mean, I ain't mad at it. I'm trying to get invited to the Wrigley Mansion now. Shit.
But I thought it was crazy when we got there and Boys and Men was there. I was like, what are y'all doing here? They was like, we're performing. I mean,
So
it
they
was like
knew
a
the
Oh
big,
Wrigley.
wow.
crazy living room. They had a few guests there. It wasn't a big show. And it was just awesome. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
when you
that's
got
nice.
That's one of my
when you can just
memorable.
pick up the phone and be
That
like,
just came back to me when you said Phoenix. I kind of almost forgot about that whole thing. Totally.
that's when you got real paper. When you can be like, you know what? Call up Boys Man. Tell them we're gonna have a few guests over. Hey, Boys Man over to the Wrigley Mansion. We got intro over here. So did you guys like meet up with like when you guys went? Did you guys get time with Boys and Men, or y'all were just
So,
fans?
we came up at the same time. Um,
Oh yeah,
when we
absolutely. I
first
know
came
that.
out, Atlantic Records, we signed Atlantic Records. They had an office in New York and an office in Los Angeles. So I lived at home. When I was in New York, I lived at home with my mom. We went to Los Angeles. We had apartments at this place called Montrose. And Boys II Men had apartments in the same building. Boys II Men, Tony Braxton, Trey Lorenz. It's like a music apartment building. So whenever I go out west, I'll see the guys there. It's in, I think it was North Hollywood. And
That's awesome.
yeah, those really, really good guys right there. And then
An
I went,
artist complex.
went out to Philly, went to Dave and Buster's with Bass and his mom one time. Shout out to Boys and Men. Boys to Men. They have a new
Yeah, shout
song,
out
a
to Boys
Christmas
to Men.
song. Yep. They
For
redid
sure. Shout out to
Yeah.
Boys.
they redid Let It Snow with Brian McKnight. I just heard that this morning. Beautiful.
Did they? Man,
Yeah.
let it snow was like
Beautiful.
that Christmas banger. That's right up there with Mariah Carey. Like that. Them the top two right there.
Every Christmas.
Yeah.
Get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
every
so
Christmas.
look, so before we get into the
I have a
second
Christmas
segment of the
song.
lyrics,
I
You
have
got
oh,
a
a
you
Christmas
Christmas
do?
song
song?
before we go into the. Yeah. I wish there was no corona. I wish there was no corona. I wish there was no corona so we could hang out. Okay. Okay, we gonna get to the lyrics.
I really listen. I second that shit right there because if there was no corona, we'd be doing this live and then we go to the Wrigley Mansion after.
No doubt.
Wow. So look, so how did you guys actually get started as a group? How did you meet?
Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I was in the Army. Kenny Green, God bless his beautiful soul. He was in the Army in North Carolina. And my friend Ken Thomas told me that he knew a guy named Kenny Green that could sing. And he mentioned to me that he told Kenny that I knew how to play the piano. So he thought the two of us should get together and see if we could come up with some music. So it was about a week later before I actually met him. And at that time, I really just wanted to be a producer and like a rapper at the time because that was the up and coming music. I came from gospel, but I was trying to roll with the times. So I was like, okay, this guy does R&B. Let me see what I'm going to talk to him about. So I spent the whole week doing my research on R&B music before I met him, and I met him on that Friday, and just the next day or that Saturday we went to the recreation center. I sat down at the piano and I was like. He would just start writing without no pen. He just had songs already in his head. He just had songs already. It was like, okay, wow. And then the book started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how we started. I don't want to jump ahead to the questions, but that's how we started. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome. Like I ain't trying to put y'all age out there, but we all young, like we all fresh 20s with
When the intro album came out, I was 24 years old. Yeah, you could say, see how long ago that was, like 25 years ago. I was 24. I think the label had me down as 19. They always do those, changing up the numbers for the demographics, and let's go back and get as many young people as we can and stuff. But we were young adults. I was still living at home with my mom. Like, I was in the Army, but when I would come back to New York, I was still at home.
No, y'all definitely attracted the young audience because I wasn't 24, but yeah, that
Yeah.
that work. Like y'all did that. Y'all did that. So when you guys decided that you guys were going to become a group, who thought of the name?
Well, I had an album, Motown's Greatest Hits, and on the back of the album it said intro and Stevie Wonder, intro Diana Ross, intro Smokey Robinson, intro The Temptations, and I was asking like, how did Intro get the opportunity to work with all of these artists? Because at this time, this is the time I wanted to be a producer. So I was like, man, I wonder how Intro got a chance to work with all these people. So come to find out, it wasn't a group called Intro. It was just, it said Intro because it was the introduction to the song and then
Mm-hmm.
the artist. The introduction to the song and then the artist. So being that Intro was my favorite group, but Intro wasn't really a group, hey, why not? Why
That
not?
is
Yep.
that's
And
dope.
Kenny Green came up with the acronym for it, which stands for Innovative New Talent Reaching Out. So it's all about
Wow.
introducing ourselves to people. And then back then it was a cool group called In Touch, Free and Eric.
Yeah.
They had a song called Too
Mm-hmm.
Hype, and I
Mm-hmm.
always liked the name of their group because it was right to the point. In Touch. So that had a play also in intro, in touch, introducing each other, introducing people, and then the album just kicked it off. Yep.
So when you guys became the group and you got your name and all of this stuff, like how did you? Who approached you? Like, did you guys have to? Did you guys? Uh, was y'all out there hustling, selling? You know, what was it back then? CDs at the mall. Like how do you
Um,
guys come
nah,
across a deal?
no. We were singing in church. We'd show up to church and sing. I sit at the piano. We sing songs at church. Um, Came up to New York for vacation. Originally there was Kenny, a guy named Nelson, and myself. Nelson brother played the drums for Albie Shore, so he had a recording studio in New York. So we would come up to New York and go into his brother's recording studio and start recording songs. While doing so, a lady came in and told us, you guys should take this serious. I know a guy who has a record company. Let me introduce you to him. So she introduced us to a guy named Ed Galtzman, but he had a house music label. It's called Classified Records. And we did one record with him, a house music record, and it remained classified because y'all never heard of it, right? So there's a song called Under Your Spell on Classified Records. It's classified. But our heart wasn't into doing R&B, wasn't into doing house music. We wanted to do either rap or R&B. Fast forward, Nelson decides to stay in the military. Um, a friend named Peekaboo introduces me to Jeff in New York. So now me and Kenny, we come back to New York and we're frequenting New York more often. And on one of those trips, we go to a club called the Red Zone, and that's where we met Heavy D. And we told Heavy D that on the way to the club, we were singing his song "Peaceful Journey" by Jodeci. You're on my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish you a peaceful journey, brother. Hope you hear me. He's like, oh, let me hear that. So we sung it to him. He took our number, and he called us 2 weeks later to come up to New York and meet with DJ Eddie F.
Shout out to Heavy D, man. He be doing his
Yeah,
thing,
rest in
man.
peace, Heavy D.
Rest in
I
peace,
don't want to
Heavy
make
D.
it sound easy because there was times in between there where we just sit in Jeff's mother's backyard and our only break was to eat lunch and then we just go back there and just come up with our own original songs and not knowing that we were ever going to get an opportunity to work with the artists that we worked with or even have have any type of success. We just
For
built the
sure.
foundation and tried to develop our own sound and create
Yeah.
our own lane.
Y'all absolutely did that without question. Somebody wants to know if you
So
guys do an unsung episode. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments now because
that's out there. But look, they getting the unsung right here.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's funny, right? I always waited for that phone call. I waited for that phone call, and I actually reached out to one or two people that could have made it happen, but it never happened. And I felt like Intro is the most unsung story of
say
any of
it,
the episodes that
man,
they put on it, as far as what we've done.
man.
Not just because of our accomplishments but because of our tragedy as well. You know, losing the lead singer, and that makes the group unsung. So no, and what happened because of that? Like I said, everything happens for a reason. I teamed up with Indiflix Films, and we filmed a documentary that's going to be released in February during Black History Month, along with the new album.
Okay.
It's a full feature film. So had we done Unsung, that many people would already know the story, and they wouldn't be as interested in actually going out and seeing the documentary. So
I'm
for a reason.
listening.
Shout out to Unsung. You know,
Y'all about to have a lot of people watching that documentary because y'all are who you are. The contribution to the music, period.
Culture,
Y'all are culture. Like I said, like I'm not trying to knock anybody in this group because y'all are our fans. Y'all keep us going every week. But if you don't know who Intro is today, you need to go ahead and figure that out. Like, if you got Apple, go to Apple Music. If you got Google, I don't know, Spotify, I don't know, but you can't walk around and tell yourself that you know music if you never listen to Intro. Like, that's just not a thing. There are some people you can be like, I don't listen to that, and people be like, I get it. I don't get that one.
Thank you.
I just don't. So, you know, and that documentary on point, I already know it's gonna be good.
So look, I know we're talking about the song "Don't Leave Me." We already got the background, the gist of that. But people in the group are asking about the song "Come Inside."
Come Inside. Okay.
Hey,
what's the background of that?
Commercially, that's my favorite song. That's those toys hanging up in the background right there. Come Inside's responsible for that. And you know, as nasty as the song is,
know how guys in their 20s.
Say that again.
How did some guys in their 20s, and then I just left it at that because I still turn that shit off, and my kids are grown. I'd be like, let me turn off this ending part.
I thought it was the high school tour, and we were doing that song in a high school tour. They had no idea what we were talking about. We did a West Coast tour, and Come Inside. That's it's a very interesting song, and my grandmother actually listened to the first Intro album, and she said, I really enjoyed that album, but it's that one song on there, and we raised you better than that. She told me. She said, we raised you better than that. So make a long story short, Come Inside, end up buying my mother a house. So now she told me, she said, well, the Lord knows your heart.
For me, it's the ending though. Like, she be like, goodness, I'll be like,
that was for real. Nothing on that ending was fake.
It sounded real. Like,
it was real.
Okay, so when I was young,
how did it come about?
Yeah, how did the whole background?
The whole background.
Who wrote it?
The ending of the song. I was sitting at
the whole song.
House with Kenny. We were on the patio, and before the chorus came out, we was just like, I wanna slip and slide, dip and dive. Just sitting around listening to music, probably horny. Who knows what we were thinking about at the time. Obviously we were, but it was in the afternoon time. It was about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon time, and we sitting there on his porch, nice sunny day, and we just writing, and that was it. But we took it from his porch into a big studio, Axis Studio, and once we finished recording the song, I went into the lounge probably around midnight or whatever, and I dozed off. We'd be in the studio from 8 a.m. today to 8 a.m. maybe 2 days from now. And about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I heard some slurping noise going on. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? And it's like, he's in the booth with this girl, and it's a mic in the middle of them, and we just recording some live stuff. So you can imagine the stuff that didn't make the album.
Did she know she was being recorded?
Yeah, she knew she was being recorded. She knew.
Hey, listen,
it's funny. She's a friend on my Facebook page now, and I never bring it up. I just act like it never happened.
It's the ending for me of the song. Man. And like you said, back when it first came out, hell no, I had no idea what that meant.
I was shocked.
Come Inside, like it's a lot of songs that after I got grown and understood, I was like, well, damn, they were some freaks. Listen, now I'm telling you, it's the end, and I'll be like, so, and you can hear it because I heard it, in headphones. I hear it in a speaker. I hear it in entertainment system. It's the crispness. I know it's not really a word. I'm just saying, like a crispy apple, like it's crisp, and it was so crisp that you knew it had to be real. What was going on at the end of that?
Yeah, I'm glad he did it because I would have been like, oh Lord, I would have messed the album up. It wouldn't have been so cool and sexy. It wouldn't have been like that. It wouldn't have been so cool and sexy.
Even at the
Look,
beginning,
how
when
many
y'all be like, I'm gonna call y'all niggas later. Like, shit, you ain't gonna call nobody. I was like, he right. It was like a hi, baby. When you get home, I got in now. Like, you gonna beat me up, Scotty, or not? And don't get me wrong, I understand why that was the most, like, that song is everything. But again, baby, don't
You
leave
have
me.
to check the census from 1993 to 1995. I'm not proud of this, but check out the increase in teen births.
Oh,
And
because
we were
inside was the
partially
thing.
blamed for that. Someone at the record label mentioned that we were partially blamed for the increase in teen pregnancy
Oh well,
1993 to 1995 because of Come Inside.
because
What
no
we
one
did
knew
was we
what
put
to
out T-shirts
get
with
you.
the big condoms on it, and we had on the condom "Come Inside," and we would give them out at tour. We gave out thousands of shirts to try to counter. Yeah, it was a big glow-in-the-dark condom on a white T-shirt, and in the middle it said "Come Inside."
Wow, y'all did that? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Listen, somebody said they had a baby in '93 because they was
Yeah,
coming
this dude
inside.
said, "Yo, you owe me child support." Nah, son, we good.
So I got another question about another song that I know, "Ribbon in the Sky." Like, how did you guys get that? Like, did that how? Because the greatest to ever do it did it. So did you guys have
The
to like
greatest.
slide him? Like, how did that happen?
Tim Patterson, who was like our artist development guy, he kept telling us, "Hey man, y'all need to do a Stevie Wonder song, do Ribbon in the Sky, do this song, do Lately, do that song." He worked with Intro and he worked with Jodeci. So he was telling us to do Ribbon in the Sky. We was like, nah, we're not doing it. We're not messing with no Stevie Wonder songs. The album is done. It's done. He's like, nah, y'all going to do Ribbon in the Sky. And he was like a street dude, too. So he was kind of like bullying us into doing the song. So he booked the session. He had Novell Hodge do the music. And we ended up in the song, in the studio, doing Ribbon in the Sky. And it went on the album towards the end of the album. We were already pretty much finished with recording the album. And it made the album. And they didn't release it as a single, and by not doing so, that's what made the album go gold so quick, because people wanted Ribbon in the Sky, but they couldn't buy it as a single. We had released Let Me Be the One and Love Thing during that time. And it got to Stevie, it got to him. We went out to Los Angeles to film the video. Right after filming the video that night, I got homesick or whatever, got on a plane and came back to New York. Kenny and Jeff stayed in Los Angeles. As soon as I got home, my mother told me you should have stayed, because Kenny called and he said that you guys need to get back. You need to come back because Stevie Wonder wants to meet you guys tomorrow and y'all going to his house. So I went right back to Kennedy Airport, got on the red eye, got back to Los Angeles that morning, and James Cleveland's son, Andre, met us at the hotel and drove us out to Stevie Wonder's house. And that day was just a big party. Playing air hockey with him. He has an air hockey table that he plays. It was Kenny's birthday. So he called over Terrence Trent D'Arby. He called over Johnny Gill.
Wow.
Ordered a big birthday cake. He bought Kenny a portable DAT player. And the whole day was just a big party. And then as the party ended, he was like, let's record a song. So we all recorded a song together. Stevie Wonder, Johnny Gill, Terrence Trent D'Arby, and Intro. It's a song called I'm the One Who Loves You. It's on the Curtis Mayfield tribute album produced by Eric Clapton. That was like one of the most memorable days of Intro for me. That's like the and I've actually been trying to reach him by phone for like the last week. I'm going to try him right now. Can we try him? Can we see if he'll pick up?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Open
I'm
dances.
feeling lucky right now. Let's see if Stevie picks up. It's a
See,
long
see,
shot, but here we go.
see.
I'm about to put it in the air.
Look, 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 look.
Uh, uh, it
Ah,
went to
yeah,
voicemail.
check out.
I'm
Ah,
feeling lucky though. Stevie, if someone's watching this, please tell them that Buddy's trying to reach him. I just need a few minutes, some few kind words for the documentary.
a few kind.
Shout
Listen,
out
Look.
to everybody that's in the documentary. Let me tell you, it's. I don't want to give it all, but unsung would be like the commercial for this. We got Mr. Cheeks, we got Big Daddy Kane, we got Donnell Jones, we got Coco from SWV.
What?
I know I'm gonna forget people, but I don't mean to. But we got all our friends in there. We got our family members. Shout out to my father. We went down to Annapolis, Maryland, and filmed his interview. We went down to Alabama. They flew out there and interviewed Kenny's family. It's really, it would be nice to get the other people that we worked with, like, who, like her.
I thought you said like her.
Not her, the artist, but I'm not
Yeah,
throwing
her.
any names up today.
we know who we talking about.
Yeah,
Listen,
that would
We know
I
what
would
you're
love to
talking
have
about.
her in there. But
y'all did a great, rendition of "Ribbon in the Sky." Like, it's really hard to do greats. There's some things like I can understand why you guys said no, because there's some people that try to do those great songs and it's a no.
yeah,
But
you're not supposed to.
because there are some people you just don't mess with. Whitney Houston, like there's certain people where you like don't even try. But you guys, like, I'm not no disrespect to Stevie Wonder. Like, I know "Ribbon in the Sky," but for my age when it came out, I vibe better with the way you guys did it. I'm not saying taking anything away from the original, but
Oh no.
I
I'm
vibe
still
better.
learning Stevie Wonder. Like
It, it,
10
it
years.
was it was my era, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I listened to all of that because of the way I grew up with the music, but the way you guys sang it, even when it comes on a Stevie Wonder version, I'm still singing intro version. I'm
I
still
was a little
just those little
disheartened.
bitty
I was a
things.
little disheartened because Apple has our song as the more popular version of the song now. That kind of bothered me, but he doesn't. He probably doesn't care because he gets the publishing off the record. So
No, I mean, listen, you guys did great. Like I said, I'm saying that could be the reason. It's because of the age generation. Not that, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from the original. It's just
Right.
saying that for me, I vibed better with the intro version. Like that, it was just a little ad lib because you guys didn't change it enormously. It was just the little things. It was like, oh, okay. So when I'm singing the Stevie Wonder version, you listen to those old school radio stations and they come on. I'm singing the intro version. I got those little extras. I'm like, shit, this ain't it. This is the wrong one.
Right, but plus also, I mean, like you said, it could be that's our era. It could be, that particular version just resides with our era more than the Stevie Wonder. But it's still, like you said, no disrespect to Stevie, it's still a classic. Both of them are classic. So when you said you had the choice to redo some songs and they were giving you options, and you mentioned Jodeci and Lately, so they ended up doing that song Lately. So you
yeah,
guys could have done Lately instead of Ribbon in the Sky?
we could have done lately. We could have done knocks me off my feet. Shout out to Donnell Jones. He's from our camp, the Untouchables. Donnell Jones. Like while we were recording our album, we all stayed at this place called the Mini Mansion. Playground Studios is out in New Jersey, and this house was like a modern day Motown. Donnell Jones stayed there. Puff Daddy stayed there. Intro stayed there. Mary J. Blige was there 3-4 times a week. Heavy D, Father MC, Andre Harrell would stop by every day on his way home. It was just like a modern day Motown.
Wow.
Listen, everything you just said, even with the artist who did it, shout out to Donnell Jones because he did great. And so did Jodeci. And I'm going to say it again, even though I'm not taking anything away from the classics, it's the era that does it for me. Like Donnell Jones, I'm going to sing that every time. Jodeci, I'm going to sing that every time. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of low key get disappointed when the original Lately comes on and it's not Jodeci. I'm like, shit.
Oh man.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away from the classics because I love the music. I love the origin. It's just that when certain people redo it, the way they did it, made it what it was.
We did it like we did it because we respect the song and the artist so much. We just want to pay homage and add
And
our
you
flair
did.
to it.
No question. No question you guys did. Like there's nobody in here that could be like, nah, they ain't do that right. That y'all did. Stevie Wonder invited you to his house. Yeah, of course you did it
Yeah, that
right.
part. He gave the blessing. He pretty much gave the
that
blessing.
Thank you.
So what is I mean, you kind of mentioned some stuff that's going on with you now, but what's going on? What's headed for the future? What's just lay everything out for us.
Okay. February, Black History Month, Warner Music Group, along with Vinyl Records, they're going to release an album. It's going to include remixes from both albums, Intro and New Life. Yes, there was a second album. A lot of people don't know that. We had a second album called New Life. Remixes along with Don't Leave Me going to be on there. And also shout out to Jason Evans. Can't shout this guy out enough. Jason Evans in the Flicks films and his phenomenal work that he's doing on his documentary. Like I've seen some of the clips and I'm like, okay, yeah. This is gonna be cool right here. So that's we're just setting that up for February right now. You know, thanks to you all and your platform, we're getting a chance to, you know, share it with the world, and you know, I appreciate you for that.
Oh, definitely.
It's all about our immediate goals right now, or just the album and the documentary. And, you know, anything past that is going to happen. Like I pretty much transformed my recording studio into where I can actually just do like the lives and promote the album and the documentary. Come March, then it's going to go back to a full-fledged like recording studio, and I'll start working on new music.
That's great. You sound like you're doing a lot, which is hard to achieve in this time. So you know what I mean. Shout out to the work you guys are doing, because yeah, it's hard right now with the COVID and everything to get things accomplished. But
it
you know,
takes a phenomenal team, and I'm serious when I say I consider y'all to be a part of the team for allowing us to be here. But I mean, we're here. We have, you know, if we could get this right here, like everywhere, then that's just success. But we have good people like around the world that's kind of like looking out for us and stuff and waiting for it and helping us out. But your energy is amazing.
we appreciate you taking the time out from that work to come and even just say anything to us, because you know that's dope.
So can you just let everybody know too, as far as everyone that's actually in the group now, like who's, you know, when you're doing the tours and stuff, who's actually in the group?
Who's in the group? Well, currently, like, you know, Kenny passed away. Rest in peace to Kenny Green. Then the other member recently retired, so I'm like the last standing person. But once things do clear up, by the time things do clear up, which I'm predicting to be around July 2021, then I will probably have a live band in place, background singers. Maybe I would have auditioned a new member that wants to travel with me. If not, I'll just have to hold it down. Like, it's happened before where I've just had to hold it down for like 2 years. What I did during that time was I teamed up with the Lost Boys, with Mr. Cheeks from the Lost Boys, and we toured for 2 years doing a show called The Perfect Blend, which was a complete, like, it was like just a music circus, because you got an intro song, then you had a Lost Boy song, you got an intro song, then you got an intro Lost Boy song, because we have like 5 songs together too. So I may have to resort back to that in the meantime. But currently, just staying positive, keeping it going. You know, today's today, tomorrow's tomorrow, and tomorrow's gonna be better than today. I guarantee it.
Shout out to the Lost Boys, man. They were one of my favorites. It would be nice to have them on here. Anyway, that like they
we
were.
actually watched the fight last night. I hung out with the Lost Boys last night. And some of the Money team, they were in New York, so they came by and watched the fight with us.
See, you all the way connected. We need you to call him up, call Stevie, and be like, you know what I did today with these people.
Call Mr. Cheeks. All right, here we go. Hold on a second. I mean, if it wasn't the whole COVID situation, then I'd probably have him over and we'd be recording. Let's see if he answers.
Oh, like you called him up.
Like, yo, what's good?
Man, it's Sunday. I'm sure they're watching football.
It is football Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Look,
I'll text him and tell him to give me a call. It's important.
look. So we have a show in the group. She's leaving all the info as far as your guys' social your wait, hold on, your social media pages and all that stuff. So shout out to Michelle.
Yeah, we got the Buddy White music. We got the Real Intro R&B Instagram. We got the website, so y'all check out
Thank you.
that feed
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
the
trying to
posters.
get in and
Shout out to
do the
Michelle.
thing.
Shout out to Sonia.
Shout out to
My
Michelle.
team in the UK. Chattel Jiggs and Koshi. Shout out to again Jason Evans. Shout out to Wike World, my brother Clayton. Like these are all the people that's behind the scenes that kind of like you see me, but it's just like so many people. Like I mean, I'm down here by myself, but you know how it is, right? I'm definitely not doing this by myself, so I appreciate everybody, my home, my family, everybody.
That's cool. That's cool. We'll live that.
M and Lauren, like it's just I got a dope support team. I'm blessed.
And you need that.
Thank you, Jesus.
Look. Oh, yeah,
I need you to send out a group text message and be like, "Yo, I did this show today called Vinyl Conversations. These girls is cool. You know what I mean? If you get an email from Sydney Marcus, you might want to just pull up on the show. It's gonna be the greatest hour you ever used in your time. We don't even need hours. They only got 30 minutes. We got 30. They got 15. We got 15.
Yo, Chicks, what's up, man?
Oh,
What's up, man? I'm on this super duper show, man. You gotta do it. And I'm actually I got your vocals on here right now.
What do you mean? I'm watching football right now.
I told y'all he was watching football. Yeah, it's called VinylConversations.club. Nah, you don't have to come on the show, but we're gonna schedule for you to sit with the ladies.
Yeah, definitely.
Hi,
hey!
Line me up, set me up.
He said line them up, set them up. Yeah, I had a great time last night, man.
Hell yeah, nigga. I'm about to go to Trent's birthday party and shit.
Whose birthday? Trent?
What? No, it
Yeah.
All right, I'm COVID paranoid. Tell Tretch I said, what's up, man? That's my brother.
No
He's
doubt.
the block for me. Yo,
No doubt about it.
peace, man. Love you.
All right, I'll give you a call later on when I get back in town.
All right, brother.
All right, baby. Love you up.
Els.
Yo,
What? Jeez.
I was hoping Stevie was gonna pick up the phone. He'd be like, "Hey, mate." He likes to play around on the phone. Like Stevie would play around on the phone and do impersonations.
that
was
was
rap music.
epic, definitely epic. But we appreciate we got Mr. Cheeks on the phone, and he said, "Yeah, he for sure." Like,
Yeah, he's
okay,
gonna do it. He'll do it.
that's what's up.
So, Cameron, ask your question.
Our music
always
family is
ask all
crazy.
the artists.
Horace Brown, he's one of my brothers. That's always down here in the studio with me. Yeah, we get it in.
Who? I'm sorry.
Horace Brown.
Oh, okay.
Money.
Yeah.
For love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out
all
to
this
Horace.
cut too.
I'm telling you, you need to just have a group text and be like, "Yo, Sydney Marcus."
So, yeah, ask your question.
So my question is that I ask all the artists on the show when we get ready to get up out of here is, at what point did you know you were famous? And by famous, I mean like, was it somebody you met? Was it a show you performed? Was it a fan? Like, when did you be like, man, these people really know who I am? Like, when did you know, like, Intro was it?
Very early. When the first single was out, Love Thing, I was riding a train from Manhattan back to my home in Brooklyn, and there was some Brooklyn thugs on there, and I believe their plan was to rob me, because one of them started singing. He was like, "No doubt about it, we about to get paid, no doubt about it." So it's like, yeah, they was looking at me, and they were singing like they was getting ready to rob me. They were singing "No doubt about it," but the end of it is like, "We about to get paid," and I pretty just dipped off the train. Like I got a little Brooklyn vibe to me. I don't have like a, I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing, but I know they could tell that they didn't scare me, So I've never been famous. Let me tell you that. I've never honestly really felt the fame rush. I've always just loved the music and being a musician. But anytime I come across people and I like ending up in Stevie's house, I was like, oh snap. Or there's been some moments like, it, oh snap, I'm in Patti LaBelle's kitchen and she's cooking, and I'm like, what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that happened to me. And she had a swimming pool, right? I remember being in her kitchen and looking out her door, and it led down to like an indoor swimming pool to her house in Philly. I went there. She had threw her son a surprise birthday party. It's just like when I mix with the legends, that's when I kind of feel like I may have a little success in this game.
That's dope. That is very
Nice.
just being. He said she cooking for you. Like, yo,
She's
Patti
in the
LaBelle
kitchen
cook for you
cooking.
like that.
I'm in her kitchen.
That's one
Thomas
for the
Hearns, the
book.
boxer, he's in the kitchen too, and we just standing around talking in the kitchen, like, you know.
Wow.
Those are moments that I wish I could just bottle and just drink a little bit every now and then instead of just guzzling it up for the day and, you know.
Right. That's still dope though. Stevie Wonder, Patti, but just that alone is like, wow. Them is two of the greatest to ever do it. So to even be in their presence is enough. Like,
Right.
that's
And then
cool.
it's nice to have those memories to share, and let everybody know about, what happened, because man, that's amazing.
You too can
You
have
too
dinner
can.
with Patti LaBelle.
You too can have no doubt. Yep. Then we ended up in weird places. There were times we just end up in weird places where we didn't know why we were there, but we were there, and it was people that came out to see us. And there was times like that where I was like, I think we're on to something. Atlantic Record had a real different type of marketing plan. Like, believe it or not, intro, we've never been to Japan, but we've been to Amsterdam and London, maybe London 25 times by now, Germany and Russia and like all of those countries, like to the, that way, but never to like Japan and Korea and stuff like that.
You went
We didn't.
east and not west.
Yeah, that's where we want to go now. That's where I'm hoping that this documentary and the new album will take us. I'm going to definitely spend a lot of time on marketing in those areas.
For sure. For
Oh yeah,
sure.
yeah. The way the world is now on social media, it's gonna get there.
So
The way
yeah,
that
we were
we've
out
had
before that.
artists on here before that say, like overseas they are more accepting of a lot of things. And not accepting of a lot of things, but they're more with the music. So, and like she said, with social media being the way it is, this is the platform to, you know what I mean? Like everything is reachable now, like everything. And it's got it. It's there. It's there. You got it. There's no way you don't. It's intro, so whatever.
Thank you. I miss
So
my
look,
friends on the road though. I miss like H Town and Horace. I miss like who else would tour with us? Adina Howard. Um,
T-shirt and my panties on. Come on, we going with that.
what's Keith Sweat's group?
the shy,
Close.
the shy,
Who's that?
Shy was on the tour too.
Shy. Oh, we toured with Shy. We haven't toured with Shy lately, but we've toured with Shy. We had a tour going with Shy, Silk. It was Shy, Silk, Intro, Mint Condition, and H Town.
Man, the
That
way
was
that
that was that
music
was
just sounds when you just say it,
yo
I'm just like,
that
yo.
that right there. I was groupied out. That tour I was groupied out because the promoter, right? He didn't want to give us money like because most promoters will give you like money to go buy your own food today. I don't really want to be bothered with you. But this promoter, he wanted to put everybody in the van and drive them to a restaurant, and then he'd pay the bill. So we'd be going out to dinner, and on the van would be Kenny, Stokely, whoever else, like the lead singers, and Stokely would be singing "Let Me Be the One." Kenny would be singing "Pretty Brown Eyes." It was just like,
What?
yeah, great times, man. Great times. Y'all taking me back. I really appreciate this. This interview is actually serving as therapy for me right now.
That's
Cause
good.
y'all kicked
That's
it off with the "Don't Leave Me" story, which had me a little bit. Oh, I remember that. And now we're here back in the good times.
like, look at this. Yeah, though, like, listen, just that tour alone, it just that's so like
It could happen again. We
every
just
way.
sold out the O2 Arena last November with H-Town and friends. You know, if we can go back out again, we would love for people to come and see us. If we can't, we'll do it virtually.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah,
Listen, the world gonna open back up. We're not
absolutely,
worried about it.
absolutely.
And then, okay, so when you come to Phoenix, this is what I tell all the artists. So when you come to Phoenix, I need you to remember my name because I'm gonna haul in the back and be like, yo, like you need to let me back here. I'm Tamarisha. I got backstage passes, and they be like, oh, it's some saying, and they gonna mess my name up.
We'll be there. We
Final
actually know the name of the venue, but I can't think of it offhand. It's a music hall because someone was going to bring us there. A lady named Phoenix. I can't remember her name, but they've been working on bringing us back to Phoenix. You know, prior to this.
Listen, there's so many, like, you know why there's so many like comedians come back here and a lot of, all entertainment people come back here so often? It's because it's so hot that no one has anything else to do. So when there's a comedy show or a concert or something, people are like, I'm going. That's it. Like you got to get out the house, and no disrespect to Phoenix, but their downtown is like,
Well, we'll add some life to it. We're definitely coming back to Phoenix. We're definitely coming back to Phoenix.
So yeah,
and
when
we expect people to come out and see us. One thing I want to say real quick, right? Before, I don't want to take us off. Like as far as intro, the brand is bigger than the members. If that makes sense, it's the music now. The music that's carrying itself on for 25 years. So whenever we come out to perform, whoever's on that stage, I guarantee you. To everybody that's watching this, like if you open up a can of soda, if it says Pepsi on it, you open it up, you're gonna have that taste of Pepsi. If you pop that can and it tastes like orange soda, it's gonna be a problem, right? So I guarantee you, every time you come to see an intro song, we're gonna leave that taste in your mouth of the original music and the essence of it. And if we can't bring it on that level, then you won't see us there. But if we're on the lineup and we're there, you're gonna definitely get it. And I guarantee you, what you get there, you're not going to get no place else.
All right, just don't forget my ticket. Heard what he said. What you get there, anywhere else, because it's about the music.
Yeah, because those are the type of shows and concerts that you want to go to. Because you want to feel that. You want to feel that type of vibe and energy at the concert. So that's good.
Like you said, like that. You be happy, like you said. Like at the end of this, you were happy talking about the things that you've done and who you've hung with and a good time. That's the way the music should make you feel after you're done with it.
I totally agree.
Don't leave me always, but it makes me happy too. You know what I mean? Like, speaking of don't leave me, I got a question.
All right, so look, let me get my question in. So. Towards the end, what I usually ask is if you can take us out on something, like if you want to sing something, if you want to play something, whatever you want to do, if you can take us out.
Can I do a little bit of both?
Yes.
I never thought that I would ever fall in love with you the way I did. That's just a little bit of something I'm working on now, but I know why we're here. Let's go. I'm in love and now you tell me that you wanna turn and walk away. All of my sunshine and happiness turn to rainy days. How could you be in love so strong and throw it all away? You promised to love me, never to leave me, forever and a day. Sometimes I feel that I'm lost without you, lost without your love. Sometimes I feel that I'm going under, there's no one above. Sometimes I feel that I just don't know the words I need to say. you ever go away. Baby, don't leave me. You're all that I want. You're all that I need. And I just can't live without you. Baby, don't leave me. Don't leave me. You're all that I want. You're all that I want. All I need. You're all that I need. And I just can't live without you. Baby, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Listen. You know I need you in my life like a flower needs the rain. I want you by my side to keep my heart from pain. No need for promises, no need for sympathy. All that I hope for, all that I pray for is that you stay with me. Sometimes I feel lost without love. Sometimes I feel
that I'm cool. There's no one above. Sometimes I feel that I just the words I need.
Don't ever go away.
Don't you ever go away.
Let's sing it together. Come on, let's go. Baby,
Baby,
don't
don't
leave
leave
me.
me.
You're
You're
all that
all.
I want. Let's
Come
go.
on.
You're
You're
all
all
that
You're
I
all that
need.
I need.
And I just
I
And I
can't
just
just
live.
can't live
without
without
you.
you.
You don't leave me.
Don't leave me. Okay. Dope.
Don't leave me.
Man.
Boom.
Oh, I'm about to cry.
Red
Classic.
Rock Crew, Dwayne Moore, Dwayne G. Smooth, Angela, the whole crew, John Reeves.
Woo.
Wow.
Everybody. Shout out to you for making this happen. Shout out to everybody for watching. Y'all make sure y'all follow and watch that documentary in Black History Month. Look for that album because it's intro, period.
No Haters Shall Prosper, Dallas, Texas. My dude, True.
Prosper and Dallas, Texas. What's that?
No Haters Shall Prosper. He just is always blessing me with his brand, so I got to shout him out.
No hater shall prosper. I was looking at that shirt.
Yeah. Where's my water bottle?
Look.
Revived water. You know, always
Oh,
give shout out to
you
the
got something else to
businesses.
join?
Yeah. I think my daughter walked off with it. It's all good.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, look, buddy, we thank you. We thank you for spending your Sunday with us. We're going to let you get to that football.
My pleasure.
You know. And hopefully we can have you back.
That Sydney Marcus email to come to Vinyl Conversations.
All right. It's coming. I got you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Stay safe.
All right.
Peace. Thank you.